good performance. In the south of Santorini, near Akrotiri, Yannis Pantasis is returning from his friend Manolis, who has just slaughtered a goat. Meat and bones are of no interest to Yannis. He's interested in the skin. He has special plans for it, but first he has to work on it. He does it as it's been done for hundreds of years, using the force of the sea, a technology which he found in old traditions. Yannis fills a goatskin sack with large stones and puts it into the surf for several hours.
The sea does my work and washes the goatskin. It's not just a rinse. The sea rubs the fur on its own body, the sand. All the dirt comes out.
While the sea is cleaning the skin, Yannis has time to cut some reeds. He needs them because he's a musician and instrument builder. He tries to get sounds out of all sorts of natural materials.
This reed is easy to process. I can use that. I build lots of different wind instruments with it, in all sorts of sizes. Mostly the reed shows me what I need to do with it and what it wants to be. These are the gifts of nature to man.
The goatskin sack should produce melodic tones one day, but it's a rocky path before he reaches that point. Yannis has to repeatedly turn the skin and fill it with stones. That takes time. After 3 hours, the skin is ready to dry. The sun in the southern Cyclades does this in no time. Yannis explains that the leather is now storing the positive energy that the instrument will later emit. There are around 300 churches and chapels on Santorini. Their blue-domed roofs are visible from afar. Blue and white, the Greek national colors. Agios Artemios in the east of the island is one of the oldest Greek Orthodox churches here. It needs a new coat of paint, as the most important Greek festival is just round the corner. Easter. It's celebrated according to the Julian calendar. This year in May. Tsimis Kouritsis has chosen a slightly lighter shade of blue for the dome. The painter wants it to be distinguished from the many dark blue domes on the island. Blue, to be closer to the sky and God.
It is really special for me to paint the domes blue. Easter is coming, and I'm glad. Everything should look fresh and nice on feast days.
It's not just the dome that needs a new coat. All the external walls need a lick of paint. The Greeks on Santorini love the color white. They say it's as pure as the foam on the waves of the Aegean. Tsimis Goritsis maintains the building all year round. When he's reached one end, he has to start again from the other.
I have to paint everything white and blue every year. It rains a lot in winter, and then you get the red-brown sand from the Sahara. It makes everything dirty.
Easter is on its way. Everyone on the island is getting restless. The villagers of Pyrgos are preparing too. This place used to be the island's capital, high up on a mountain with winding alleyways that were intended to confuse attackers. Today, Pyrgos is a sleepy village with 700 inhabitants, but once a year on Good Friday, it turns into the secret capital. The preparations are underway in an old garage. Ilias Karamolegos is really the village's electrician, but in Holy Week he always gets time off. For days, together with a horde of children, he's been filling old tin cans with wood shavings. They will become flares, and they have special plans for them.
When the cans are ready, they have to be put into these sacks, so we can carry them up to the village and distribute them. We want flares on every terrace, wall, and ledge.
But first, the cans have to be soaked in paraffin wax, a real spectacle for the children.
We heat the paraffin wax in this pot very carefully until it is liquid.
Last year, Elias and the children built 10,000 fire cans. This year, it'll probably be 12,000, the final spurt before Easter in the flare factory. Distributing them needs strength. Elias needs his father, Lefteris, and especially Lefteris' donkey, Nikos.
The sacks are quite heavy, and there are many steps on the way to the village, and it's narrow. Only a donkey can do that.
The gang have to hurry. It's only a few days until Easter. Akrotiri, in the south of the island. Here, Yannis Pantasis has renovated an old Venetian ruin and installed a workshop. The goatskin is dry. The reed has been cut. Now the time travel to the origins of Greek instrument building can begin. First, the goatskin is shaved. Then, the remaining fat must be removed. Not very pleasant work.
The smell of a fresh goatskin takes some getting used to. But if you really love something, you can put up with the smell.
Yannis' mission? To bring the Tsambouna to life. The antique Greek bagpipes that Homer is said to have mentioned in the 8th century BC. All the materials are from the island. The goatskin for the bag, the reed for the mouthpiece, a cow's horn for the drone. Many years ago, Yannis met an old shepherd on Santorini. He was the last person to own a tsambuna, and who could also play it. The shepherd passed all his knowledge to the young man and introduced him to the secret of the Greek bagpipes.
They used to sing hymns about these instruments. I'm trying to find out why they were so loved. Not just theoretically. I want to build and play them. Only then can you really feel them.
Yannis is now working on his 8th tsambuna.
The tsambona is an instrument from the times when man was trying to imitate nature. The leather and other materials give it a natural sound. They say the billy goat produces similar sounds when he's mating.
Yannis has already given a few small concerts with the tsambuna.